Alright. Hi. Hello. Welcome to a frickin' deer stream where I am going to share some PS2 just for you. Obviously no episode today because I just don't feel like it. I just don't feel the need to do the Valkyrie today. Unless if something changes my mind, then maybe, just maybe, I'll do it. Sorry, I'm checking my my socials. Normally I don't do. I don't even know why I still have Facebook. Like, I see it on my phone, but it's like, do you ever use it? No. I remember the last time I really did anything on Facebook, to be honest with you. I'm not paying too much attention here. What's going on? What's the plan, man? What is the plan? That is the real question around these parts, because we are doing some Cabelas. How loud is it? It's hopefully it's not too loud. I honestly can't. How about now? Who loves Cabelas? Who loves Cabelas? I do. I can't wait. I can't wait to play this game. Get it done. I really want to get this game done. It doesn't sound like it's the same. It really doesn't sound like it's in sync. I'm gonna cry. Okay, we're gonna do is absolutely nothing. We're gonna actually keep doing contests. That's the whole point of this video, or video. I'm saying it as if it's pre-recorded. This ain't pre-recorded. This is live. I'm gonna try out the different contests. They have all these other contests we could try out. And you still get only $30. That's so sad. Target 180 points reward. Clay targets launched from the trap house. It goes so fast. X-ray option is prohibited in contests. Why not, man? That's sad. Why not? Please. I want to try. You have to have a shotgun, Sly. I gotta stop saying Sly. It's one thing I always keep saying in all these other different episodes that I do. This isn't an episode. This is just offline grinding. This is me having fun. If it doesn't sound like I'm having fun. But the best way to get through it is to really just get through it and get this game done and over with, so that way I can have enough money to unlock the other two areas that are in this game. It's so fucking dark. Is an alien out in the wilderness? What is this? What is this green shit? Or is that just me? Or okay, I just need it. Okay. I was like, what is this? Excuse me? I pressed R1 and everything. I missed. This is terrible. Maybe I just need to aim when it... Shit. Oh my god, this is hard. Go to the next one? What? This is so just weird, bro. Oh, that is rough. How do you even... Okay, reload. I don't even know, man. This is just kind of weird. Alright. And let's see if I can just aim it right... Almost right there. Or no, it's about right there. Okay, maybe a little bit down. Maybe right there. Oh my god. I'm trying to like figure out where the position is here, so before it even like goes all the way out. Oh, fuck. Reload. How many bullets is it for the shotgun? 1, 2, 4, 5. So about 5 shots you only get with 5 targets. Makes sense.
Right on target.
Okay, we got one. We're not gonna get 180 points. We're just gonna lose. It's kind of hard. Especially since it's so dark. Oh man, I missed.
Nice job, partner.
Nice. No, you should say something else. You shouldn't say nice job. I missed so much during that contest. You should at least give me a penalty, at least some sort of different dialogue saying, you suck, partner. You should do better next time. At least so that way I know in the back of my head subconsciously that I know I do suck. But at least say it, please. I know I suck. Just tell me. Just tell me that I suck. Okay, not like that, but you know what I mean. And that's locked. Skeet the shooting. Bonuses launched. Field has the railroad looking just above ground between the two houses. 7 going from left to right, last in the middle beside the 2 houses. Complete round consists of 25 targets. 1, 2, 6, 7. High house. A single target. And 3, 4, and 5. And 8. Shooter will shoot double both houses. First target that has missed is shot again, which is called an option. Only one option shot missed upon the completion of 8. A second target will be shot from there. X-ray option prohibited in contests. This is one of the reasons why I think I mentioned in, I don't remember what episode, maybe 4 and 5 of, I say parts. I should say parts, not episodes. 4 or 5 parts of doing Cabela's that the text goes so fast you can barely keep up with it. So it's just, it goes to show that you can't read all of it, which I don't like. Unless if you're a fast reader, which I am not. You might be able to. Try that one. You must take down as many deer as you can from a location you'll be warped. X-ray is not available. Will there ever be a contest that has such... I don't know. just he'll be allowed to, do it or something. I don't know, brother. I don't know. What do I know? That is the question. What do I know? I likely know nothing. I'm going to shoot something so that way I can actually see if it's still in sync or not. I never fixed it. Okay. The fuck, bro?
Not bad.
I think I shot a tree. This is the other dot. I can't see anything. It's not scoped. Worst time to reload. They put it in the most stupidest...
You sure kept your cool back there.
I don't even know, man. That's just weird. Like, why do they even lay it like that? You have to shoot it in a matter of time, but you can't even see anything in front of you because this game's... it's just bad. I would say this is really bad. The contests certainly do not help. I'm losing money at this rate. Because every contest you do, you waste $10. So I pretty much have wasted more money. No, I wasted $20 at best right now since I did 2 contests. That one and that one. I'm just trying out the other contests so that way I don't have to do them. At least just to know what they are like. But I can do that for an episode though. I think I should just use the bow one because that's probably the best contest I actually do recommend to players if they have to fucking do this game. If they have to do this game. I don't mean to curse here. I don't mean to spread the vulgar language here. But go for the bow. The bow contests spend, I don't know, maybe an hour grinding. I know it seems because in real time it takes forever to even get a significant amount of money just to even get anything out of this game because the economy is just absolutely horrendous. You lose $10 if you enter, but you only win $30 if you do it correctly. And that goes for every single contest because I'm so happy about that I'm not a gummy bear. Unfortunately. Just to tell you the truth. There we go, that's what I want. I want to crouch. It takes like a almost like 2 seconds. No, half a delay. Half a delay? What? Half a second. Just to even like move your character over. That's cute. Aha, there we go. See, I don't have to, I just need to make sure that I align myself and easily 90 every time. You just have to visualize your head in the middle. because I used to grind it this way, where instead of having to go into first person, I would use third person and just completely obliterate the board. And I would say I've probably done it for an hour doing it this way. And like, it's okay. It gets me the score that I want. So, I mean, I'm not going to complain. I'm already...
I don't think I could have.
And this is the one thing that I disagree with. Because it asks you to reach a certain criteria in the contest. If you win this amount of points, you'll be rewarded with this amount of money. But I think, however, what you should do, or what they should have implemented, was if you go over that certain amount of criteria, you earn more money. That's what I think. That's what I wish that was a thing for this game, for the economy, but it's not, and I don't like it. So every time I win, I only win $30. And I lose $10 every time because I have to re-enter the fucking contest. So I'm winning $30, but I'm losing $10 at the same time. And it's just it's just a rehash of everything of Cabela's The Deer Hunt, the 2005 variety. I know there's other Cabela's games. There's like Alaskan Adventures, right? There's Monster Bass. I think if my randomizer ever lands on a Dangerous Hunt game, I think I might actually be happy with that. Because I heard the Dangerous Hunts games are, I mean, they're not bad, but they are pretty mixed. But I remember playing the second one at a friend's house way back when. And I would say that was a lot more fun. Probably the only Cabela's game from memory that I actually did enjoy. Which is Cabela's Dangerous Hunts 2. Trying to think of other Cabela's games. I know that, yeah, because there's already the ones that I mentioned. I know there's Big Game Hunter. I think there's maybe 2 or 3 varieties of that one, I think. Big Game Hunter, and then Big Game Hunter 2005. Then I think Big Game Hunter 2010. So about 3 different varieties of that same title, but different years. And then you got this game, Cabela's 2005 season, or Deer Hunt 2005 season.
A steady hand. Good job.
Good job. I'm trying to think of other Dangerous Hunts, or Dangerous Hunts. My brain went to that. What other ones for Cabela's that came out? Oh yeah, you know, it's funny. I remember owning a Cabela's Nintendo Wii game, and it came with an accessory with it was like a Nintendo Wii gun. You were able to like put the Wii remote in, and you can use the gun as this accessory for the Wii to shoot, you know, the or just to hunt the animals that you're hunting in specific regions. I don't remember what game it was, but I remember it had the box that came with the gun, and it was very unique. Like that's something I do remember owning. I think there's quite a bit of variety of Nintendo Wii games that had the that nuanced feel of like just hunting in general, because it wasn't just Cabela's. I think there was only a few Cabela's games on the Nintendo Wii, and then there was more on other different platforms like PlayStation 3. I think there was quite a bit of exclusive ones on PS3 too, unless if they were just the same rehash as the other ones. And I think Cabela's kind of, I don't even know if people still play Cabela's games, because I know there's a lot more different hunting games. Like I think there's one that's like Call of the Hunt or Call of the Wild or something. I used to play a game called Hunting Simulator on the Xbox One. I used to play, I don't know why, but I think it was just the free roam aspect.
Just like that took some skill.
I'm minding my time here, so if, I'm just kind of sharing some stories here, so that way it doesn't get too boring of me just, you know, it's the same stuff happening on the screen right now with what you're watching, but I'm happy to share some nostalgia memories and nostalgia or just stories in general of what I do remember and what I can share and what I will not share. Yeah, there was a period in time, there we go, that I had to sell a good majority of my video games, in which I was quite sad about. I had to sell all my PlayStation 3, all my Wii. I even sold all my Game Boy stuff, which I really wish I didn't. I had to sell things that I really wasn't proud of, because obviously I was going through a rough time, and for anyone's parents had to go through a divorce, that's kind of what that was. So hopefully I'm not oversharing too much of that, and I won't say what year or anything like that, but that was what happened, which was, you know, two parents splitting, and then also having me to get rid of everything because we were moving, and I wasn't happy with that. But I was lucky enough to save all of my PlayStation 2, save the console from being sold, which because in the back of my head, you know, I grew up on this system, and I was like, I might be able to sell everything else here, like PS3, Wii, other consoles I had at the time, and the one thing I could not bear of selling was the PS2. And I remember having a full binder of all of my PlayStation 2 games, and it was a total of 212 games, I remember at that time. And it has grown significantly more than 212 that was in the initial pile. I'm roughly now at 592 video games of the PlayStation 2 console for physical copies. So roughly right around the corner of 600 PlayStation 2 physical games. There we go. I was trying to find the sweet spot there. Trying to find 90 points. But overall, I'm happy, and I'm hoping to still continue to keep building that collection. And because I know the PlayStation 2 has such a large, vast library that it's so nice to play games that you probably have never played before. Especially if it's not like, you know, the newest new game that's coming out anytime soon. I still think PlayStation 2 is one of those consoles that it's gonna keep getting mentioned or keep being played, even though it's such a discontinued console, and you know, no more games are really being produced by the PlayStation 2, because you know these are retro consoles, mind you. It's not like you're gonna find, another distribution company going to, you know, produce more GameCube games. Or Nintendo 64 games. Or you can go more older than that if you really wanted to. But I'm just thinking out loud here. I might have to get some water. Because I thought I had my water down here. I thought, man. I really thought. Might need to get a trash bag down here. I really need to invest a. It's not even like expensive, but I think I might need a trash can down here. So that way I can pick up trash. Like I said, I'm just thinking aloud here. Normally I don't. I'm very a quiet person. I will admit. I'm not too loud. I'm not too excessive. Sometimes I can be a bit loud depending on the game. Because I will admit, when I had my ex-roommate living with me, I was quite loud. I'll admit to that. And I think there are some things where I think I could have improved on, and as a just as a person, and respecting everyone else's way of life and being courteous to those that, you know, just being overall respectful. That's all I'm trying to get at there. There's so many other games. I'm going to go back to, like, talking about games. There's so many games to play in this large aspect of the PlayStation 2 library. I don't have a lot of games with sorry, I don't have a lot of games for the PlayStation 3. I probably should get more PS3 games. I think it'd be nice. Or more Wii games too. Because at some point I really want to expand away from Xbox 360. Because the last Xbox 360 stuff we ever did on the channel was Command & Conquer Red Alert 3. And that is one of those games where it's an RTS. It's not really my forte. And I'm not really used to those kind of games. So, but lucky enough, I have a beautiful soul of a friend named Bungaboo. And he gave me a strategy guide. Don't you say, eh? And I might just abuse that so that way I can just get in the game. Just get through Red Alert 3 the best at my ability. I'm not gonna, like, use the strategy guide, like, every time I play the game. I'm gonna try to play the game as is, figure it out on my own first, and if I get stuck, I can use the strategy guide to my advantage. Because if I just use the strategy guide, it's just gonna be like, oh, I know what to do, that's it, you know, and then just get through the game from there. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna use it as a reference guide in case if I get stuck, I don't know what to do, I can lean back at that strategy guide and be like, okay, this is what I'm doing wrong, here's what it's saying in the book, let me see if I can do it that way. But I do got some good news, actually, which is I did nominate some new games, not new, but they're relatively old, which are KO the Kangaroo Round 2, Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, and there's one more I can't think of at the moment off the top of my head, but I nominated another one for that one. And this is, I nominated 3 games in the VGBC, and what that is, basically, it's Tubby Mora's video game book club, and it's just a matter of time
Winning a contest like that
of those
takes some
games
skill.
either getting of those games getting randomized by his random wheel picker. And it happens every Thursday. So every Thursday on over on his Discord, if you become a member and if you nominate games, you will have the wheel will select, the wheel will randomly selective. Let me restart this. The wheel will randomly select users or members that are in the Discord by chance. And so if, let's say for example, I was chosen, it would choose me and it would pick whatever the game that I nominated from that random wheel. And if it chooses Sly Cooper, I would then have to play the nominated game that I put in his in the nominations tab. He has a whole spreadsheet. He has a whole community around almost playing all the games. That I think they used to have old rules about everyone has to play that random game and then they have to leave a proof of completion for it. But I think those old rules are ruled out, and the new rules are basically, if you you got to become a member in the Discord, and once you already did that, it's based on like a point system, and so based on the amount of games that you complete, you'll have these amount of points, and it's just by chance if the random wheel chooses you within how many points you have. The wheel will determine on how many points you have based on how many games you've completed. So, and like I said, it's by chance, it's by luck. So if you end up getting that lucky spot, and this happens every Thursday. So if you like that whole being nominated, and you want to request a nominated game, which you will be playing it. It just and it's unlimited too. You don't have to like nominate one game. You can nominate as however many games you want within his book club, the video game book club. Yeah, for some reason I can't think of the other game I nominated. It was Sly Cooper, Sly Cooper and the Thief of Draconis. It was KO. And then there's one more. If I just knew what it was. But I can't remember.
That took a steady hand. Good
Come
job.
on, man. Give me the other different dialogue. Give me like, I'm gonna call you Bullseye. Please. Tell me that I look like a bullseye. At least. Because that's the dialogue they say in the game. I think it's funny. Because I named one of the episodes in the Division podcast, in the Division podcast. I'm gonna call you Hulkseye. If you find that, you'll understand the reference. I just choose not to do the other contests because I know I will fail. That's why I'd rather do this specific contest, and why it's just way easier for me to do it. Go to your shooting lane. Well, if I don't want to, Yogi. Where's Yogi Bear in these woods? It's like he comes out of the woods and he's just like, "Hey, before you shoot, don't forget your picnic basket." Well, Yogi, he's about to shoot you. Get out of the way, Yogi.
No, boo-boo, he's just practicing right in front of me. He's not gonna shoot me. Oh, there it is.
But Yogi, you just got shot in the arrow. You just got shot in the. I don't know. He got shot in the arrow. What am I saying here? You know what I think I might do? I think after this contest, I'm gonna grab some water. Because I am thirsty. I want the thirst, Scoob. Give me the thirst. Give me the Prime. I never tried Prime. Was that like Jake or Logan Paul or something that made that? I don't really know. I live under a rock. I choose not to know what's going on in the world. And then every now and then I'll be like, okay, what's going on in the world? And it's just still more stupid and chaos bullshit. It's like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go back underneath my rock where I like to reside and tune away from.
Hey,
I
what's
didn't
your
do
secret?
it. You didn't say it. Okay, next round. When I come back, you better say it. All right. All right. 1 second. I'll be back. I'll be back. Cool. Since I got this Be Right Back screen, I'm going to show for the first time. Please enjoy it. All right, I'm back. That was a new BR back screen. I like that BRB. And quite interesting enough in that scene, if you did see it, it doesn't take any resources from my computer. Because all of it is VLC sources. Because if I were to do media sources, it would take a lot more of my GPU. And so I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm good. Did I say GPU? I think I meant CPU. I love Cabelas. I love grinding. It's so fun. I almost want to go back to my brain was like, I want to go back to iToy Operation Spy. And I'm like, why though? Why would you want to go back to that? Plus it's such a liminal space, especially where I'm at. That's gonna be hard to even do that. Well, maybe. I wouldn't be able to see the TV though. Well, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out if we actually do more iToy games later on down the road. If that does end up happening, I'll have to figure that out. Figure out that setup. Because I think I still have my tripod, or did I sell that? I might have sold my tripod. The only tripod I still have left is the one that's holding the camera behind me, which is the whoops, hold on, which is the main camera that's usually focused on me. Alright, close enough. Just making sure I get to 80. I can still get... I think I might be able to still get it with 70 points. Never tried. But, this should get me up past 600. Easily. 710.
Nice job.
I
Partner.
didn't say it. He didn't say it. Man. Kinda sad. I'm sad he's not saying what I want him to say. Really am curious as to why he's not saying what I want him to say. Did I just choose a different one? There's an outdoor one. I don't think I've ever done the outdoor one. I'm gonna try that. I've always done the indoor, but never the outdoor with a shotgun. I thought it was always indoor. That's why I've always done it in that range. Maybe it might be easier since it's just one target. Depending on where it's going to take me. I know you get a penalty if you actually shoot these deers out here. Bows. Yeah, the bows are over here. Since I brought a bow. But I think I activated the gun range. Yeah, I just have a different gun. That's interesting. It's interesting that the game will allow that to happen, even though you don't have the right... Well, maybe it's just the freedom of choice. Maybe that's one of the mechanics, that it's like you're able to have like a gun that doesn't actually occupy that space of the target range, because it just doesn't... Maybe it just doesn't matter because it's just practice range. Yeah, I still had the bow. I just forgot to unequip it. And which direction was the shotguns? I didn't fully remember everything of the signage that was off to my right. As soon as I spawned in last time, I just saw signs pointing every freaking direction. Shotguns is right in front of me. Yeah, it's right in front of me, so why... Oh, do you have to be up here to... Shotguns, yep. Or is this a rifle? It gave me a rifle. Shotguns, rifles, bows, handguns. Okay, since I have a rifle, can I just go this way then? Since it shows it this way? Automatic rangefinder. What? So that's about 150 yards. That's 30. That's 50. That's 75. Sorry, I'm just kind of looking at this. Almost there. Almost there to the red dot. Nope, not at all. I think might be. It's just the worst thing that's ever happened to you. Huh. Interesting. Well, I found the rangefinder. Do you need to like set it at practice so that way when you go out to the real world or when you're doing hunts, it's already set in practice so that way you can already shoot with that selective gun? Because if that's not the case, then I don't know what is. Let's go ahead and because that was just target practice. I thought I was doing still doing contests. That's what my brain was thinking. But I'm like, well, I'm gonna try out target's range. Target's range? What the fuck am I saying? What in the bloody hell am I saying, man? I really need to get a oh, what is it called? My brain is not wanting to be here. A component converter. So that way I can upscale. I mean, it's not going to upscale as much, but it will at least upscale to the point where I can at least see what I'm doing. Because there are some games like this, for example, that is dark and it's very hard to see. But honestly, I could like use my TV to turn up the brightness if I can't see anything. But I think on the capture, on the capture you can see pretty much a good portion from what I'm looking at. $400 points goes to Gryffindor. I haven't because I think I remember I watched Harry Potter maybe 5-6 weeks ago, and I watched all of them, all of them through and through, one through Deathly Hollows.
Steady hand. Good job.
He didn't say it. And I'll admit, like, these older films, like, are so good. New films nowadays are just, they just don't hit the mark. Depending on what it is. Depending on people's preferences of what is classified as good or bad or ugly. So that's usually how it goes. But overall, all the Harry Potter movies are pretty good. Feels like a nostalgia trip too, because I remember going to see, I think, because the fourth movie was Prisoner of Azkaban, all the way to Deathly Hallows in theaters. I remember that as much. 1 through 3, I was way too young, and I probably did not go see them in theaters because, like I said, I was too young. But I can tell you 4 through the rest of the films, through Deathly Hallows, the theater was quite an experience, to say the least. I would say my favorite Harry Potter movie has gotta be... put my mind to the test here. It's thinking. I'm processing my favorite movie throughout all the Harry Potter movies. I'd probably say that my top 3. Let's go with top 3. I can't do one. I can't just do my favorite Harry Potter movie, because I think that's pretty impossible. So my top 3 Harry Potter movies would have to be... let's start from 3 to 1. 3 would have to be... Order of the Phoenix.
Hey, what's your secret?
Order of the Phoenix would have to be top 3. Top 2 would have to be Half-Blood Prince, because I like Snape, and Snape was the GOAT. I say was. He is. Who doesn't love Alan Rickman? And then 1 has got to be... I would say the second movie. Second movie was... Oh no. I'm like, oh no, what was the title? This one, Sorcerer's Stone, or / Philosopher's Stone. Philosopher? What did I say there? Philosophers. Say that 10 times fast. A little. Oh my god, I can't even think of the second movie title. One, Sorcerer's Stone. My brain is just like, dude, what are you doing here? Come on, compute. It's like I don't even know my Harry Potter movies at this rate. Oh my god. Like, there's so many fucking Harry Potter movies, man. And then they, like, branched off from Harry Potter to, like, the Fantastic Beast. Yeah, the Fantastic Beast series or something. Which had, like, dragons and... I don't know. I never seen that series, so I don't know if it's good or not. The Chamber of Secrets. There we go. Jesus Christ. We got there. We got there. It took a while, but we got there.
I don't think I could have done that well.
He's still not saying it. want to call you Bullseye, damn it. Come on, why is he not saying it? He's still not saying it. I'm trying to think of the other movies. Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets. Was the Prisoner of Azkaban the third or fourth movie? I swear I thought the Prisoner of Azkaban was the fourth one, right? Don't make me look up my Harry Potter movies, brain. Okay, fine, we're doing it. Oh, the fourth one was Goblet of Fire. Order of Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, and the rest follows with Deathly Hallows. Yeah, I like Deathly Hallows, but I wouldn't say Deathly Hallows was up in my my top tier favorites though. So fourth one was not Prisoner of Azkaban. That was the third one. But I still liked Prisoner of Azkaban. But it was okay. Order of the Phoenix was good. I would say it's way better than Prisoner of Azkaban. Chamber of Secrets, top... Yeah, you can't beat Chamber of Secrets. I would say that one is way better than the first movie. That's just me, though. Yeah, so I guess I just completely forgot about Goblet of Fire. That's such a forgettable title. And plus, I think there was a lot of bad about that movie, too. Which I just personally didn't like. Like, first they showed, like, the whole... The tournament that's gonna happen, you know? And, like, they pump it up to be this, oh, it's gonna be so grand, it's gonna be cool. It's going to be kind of like the Quidditch match from the first movie, but way more intense. But then it completely fades out, and you don't see any of the game. It builds up to this whole tension, and then they don't even mention it like an afterthought. And I didn't. It was like, what the hell? What is this? Yeah, so Goblet of Fire wasn't my top pick, but I like Order of the Phoenix because Order of the Phoenix was, if I remember right in the books, there were wars that were happening with what within. Yeah, there he goes. I'm gonna start calling you Bullseye. Thank you. I just wanted you to say that. I just wanted to make sure that you at least remember your son. I'm your son, damn it. Water is my friend. I'm debating whether if I should put this on the regular channel or the archives page of this VOD, because I don't know. Still deciding. Okay. Yeah, but I did buy some new games. I think I might have shown that in a recent episode, which followed the second episode of Dying Light that I was doing for the RLS series. Yeah, so I have many different gameplay sections. They're just different images.
You sure kept your
I
cool
sure
back
did keep
there.
my cool back there. Yeah, it's just different images of like the same base plate, but it's just a different color palette. I'm like, because this scene is just offline grinding, so that way you know that I'm not actually doing an episode. It's just trying to grind for more money, depending on how long I actually go for grinding. Because honestly, I still need to grind for at least a good 3 to 4 hours, at best. At best. Because if I don't do that, then I won't have enough money to do the 2 other regions that it's asking me to do in this game. Because I still got to do Florida. And then I got to do one more other region, which I don't remember what it was off the top of my head. I kind of miss doing the game controller scene I used to do for other episodes. Like, I don't know how long that has been going on, but I used to do that for almost every single episode I did, but then I was like, I don't think I can keep doing it. So I just abandoned it and just abandoned ship and scratch everything and go back to the drawing board, and here we are with brand new scenes, making it look like a RD operating system, RetroDivision operating system, fully customizable and with interactive features. Yeah. Trying to think of other things to talk about here.
Winning a contest like that took
Thanks,
some
Dad.
skill.
I know there's Sucker Punches debating after Ghosts. They're like, well, after Ghosts, we might just have to go back to one of our older games. And honestly, it's a fair trade. It's like, do you want Sly or do you want Infamous? And I'm like, well, as much as I would want Sly back, as much as I really would love to see another Sly game, because it ended on a cliffhanger if anyone hasn't played the 4th game. Unless if you want to technically add that to the canon, which I don't. I don't think it would hurt to do another Sly game. But in the back of my head, I really don't want a Sly 5. I really don't want a continuation. I would rather much have a remake of the first game. Because look at Destroy All Humans, or Spyro, or Crash. They treated it as a reboot, remake for the remasters of those older games, but to this different aesthetic. I feel like if Sucker Punch did that same route as these other companies did with Crash, Destroy All Humans, or like I said, Spyro, I think they can really do justice for Sly. I'm not saying Naughty Dog will actually go back to doing Jack, which, you know, that's not going to happen. Just a completely different side rant. But it's fun to talk about. I think it's fun to talk about these things. See what could happen Who knows? That's all that's all I will say at the end of the day. Who knows what will happen? But Crystal Dynamics should at least give Whiplash another shot. Because I know Whiplash was a one and done thing. And it may not have been the most, you know, greatest game in the world since it came out in 2003. I, however, think that it should at least have a proper remaster. At best. Maybe. Because of how broken that game is, they should at least come back and say, you know what, look at, because now I just thought of, well, they actually may not because of how broken it is. They may not even want to, like, mess with that IP. But then again, if I remember correctly, from my research, Whiplash is actually, they created Whiplash of its own custom engine, I think. So any of the regular engines that we do know of are not, like, known in the realm of that, I guess. Sorry, I'm trying to, like, make it where it makes sense here, because I'm not too well versed of the whole coding or anything like that. It's not even coding, it's just, I'm saying just engines that run on these games, because I don't know all the
Nice job, partner.
oh, I was thankful I was able to get it. I don't know all these other engines. I don't know. What I do know is that Whiplash ran on its own custom engine. That's all I was trying to get at. Meow 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 meow. It's a catchy theme, I'll admit.
It's quite a catchy theme there. Oh, catchy theme.
Go to your shoe line.
What if I just shot in the sky? Nothing. I thought maybe a narrator would come out and be like, "Don't shoot the sky again. That's your first warning." Don't shoot up in the stratosphere. You'll harm other players. It's like, what other players? There's no one here except for me and the deer. What if I shot here? Handguns. This is a handgun. Let me try it. Boom! No, I won't do it. I won't do that. It'll cause me a penalty. Will be your first warning, and then what if there's any glitches in here? I didn't think of that. I'm gonna try to explore. Oh no. Did I just get stuck? Oh, what is what is happening? Okay, I'm gonna try this again.
so awkward. Like he's permanently stuck. Oh no, I think of what's happening now. Can I get myself out of this? Okay. I was hoping I can go out of bounds. That was the goal there. Oh, whoops. Oh no, not again! There's gotta be at least a way to get out of bounds. Just to be in the target range. That's what I try to do. That was the goal, anyway. Oh, what happened to my camera? Okay. I was like, please, what are we doing? It's so slippery. Oops, hitting a tree there. Ma'am, open the door, or I'll shoot through this window. Open the door, I'll throw rocks through your window. You dumb whore. Well, can you not, like, go out to the water? Oh, you can. I'm gonna see what happens if you just keep going this way. You're in a mission, so I don't think it would matter. Wow, it still keeps letting me go this way. Oh, damn. Can I still keep going? Even if that prompted? Damn. Okay, well. They put parameters there too. You know, up the hill. Damn, they really restrict you. What about this way? I would assume over there the same as well. Unless if I can get around with the rocks. This is me trying to glitch hunt in Cabela's because I'm so bored. Just, just cheat it. There we go. As long as I can find that. Easy 90. Easy 90, Christopher Robin. Shoot those points. Draw that bow like one of your French girls.
That was some score you got.
That was some score. Really does sound like be like your dad or something. You just be like, nice job, partner. I want to call you Bullseye. Just these awful, awful dad puns. I think there's only so much I can make fun of this game, though. There's only so much you can really say until it just, like, kills your soul. It's just like, I want to be done with this game. So, yeah. You're like, well, what you could have done was play some Valkyrie Profile, too. And you know what? I would have not disagree with you on that. I could have easily done Valkyrie Profile too. But you know why I didn't? Because I need to get this game done. I want to get this game done over with. It's been in the pile since last year, and it needs to be done. I'm sick and tired of this game. It needs to be done quickly. Before my sanity jumps out the window. Can we make it to 365?
I'm gonna start calling
No,
you
you don't have to, please. Don't call me Bullseye. Oh. You don't have to. Just saying. You really don't have to. A Crimma Bob needs to get this game done. Went too far there, man. You know what? Oh, well, yeah, I forgot about that too. Because Valkyrie Profile 2 also has a grinding system. And I'm worried about that. Oh no, I forgot about that game that has that. Oh. Plus it's been a while, so I don't even know the last time I actually did play Valkyrie Profile 2. Maybe a grinding session for that one too? I don't know. I remember at one point I did. What other games had grinding? I know some of the Ratchet and Clank games had that too. You had to grind. Just to unlock, just to like get better weapons. Or just increase their levels, which was something. Because here in the pile next to me is obviously the game that's playing now. Valkyrie and one Street Ball. That's still in the pile. Just need to get through most of these games. I don't know when the next deer hunt episode is going to be. All I know is it's Valkyrie next. After Valkyrie is Jack 3. After Jack 3, it's 1 second, I'm gonna go to my photos real quick because it's usually in there. Or I can go to the scene on OBS. We can actually check that too. I feel like that would take more. I think, yeah. Let's do that. Hold on. Holy shit, we got Gretzky coming back. Hell no. We got Gretzky, and then we got Pitfall that's coming back as a revisit. Yeah, so we got 2 revisits coming after Jack 3. So Gretzky, I'm kind of... I don't know how I'm going to feel about that one, because we're coming back to the ice on that. And then it's Pitfall, and then Sly Cooper, and then, oh, Command and Conquer. Because that's gonna be interesting of a frickin' lineup, if I do say so myself, good sir. I may not make it. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. We're gonna make it.
I don't think I could have done that well.
Yeah, because you don't know how to bow. You don't know how to hunt, dude. No, that's just an accusation. I don't think I could have done that well. I'm slowly dying inside. This will be my last one. And then I'm going to check how much money I have, and then we'll just go back to it. We'll just keep doing this over and over again until we die, Yogi. But boo-boo, I don't want to hunt anymore. Too bad, Yogi. It's a curse. We have to hunt until we forage for fleas. What are you even saying, boo-boo? I don't know. I'm going insane, Yogi. That's what happens when you're out in the wilderness too long. Well, we're both bears. How does that work? I don't know. Why don't you ask Mother Nature? What? How the fuck does that work? I looked over for 1 second and went to 0.
Now enter Jalen's nightclub.
Come on. You didn't witness that. Seriously?
Don't do that. Don't do that again. That was a malfunction.
Hey,
I don't have any secrets. It's called non-pure skill. That's what it's called. Gosh. Golly, good sir. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Sorry, what? I was minding my own time. Just I was dazing off for a second. I need to figure out how much money I got. $629. I remember we were at 200 and something, right? From last time? $800 gazillion dollars. Oh, not even there. I swear, I remember doing calculations on how much each region was. I need to go to my notes. Because I know I did. I know I calculated almost every single region for money just to see how much it was. Oh no. That's right. You sick bitch. Oh no. Okay, so what I'm looking at are the prices that I marked down for each region and how much it is per license. And so the Florida here, let's go back to ready. We'll go to hunt location. So Florida is 800 for summer, but for winter license is 600. Excuse me, it's 600. So in total, that's 1,400. $1,400 just to play in Florida for summer and winter. And then for Arizona, which it won't show me, but in my notes I know what the prices are. Arizona prices are summer is $750 for the license, and fall is $900, which is $1,650 in total. And so the amount of money that I need to accumulate for all 4 licenses
just to do Florida for summer and winter, and Arizona for summer and winter is approximately $3,950. We haven't even reached 1,000 yet. I don't like this game. So yeah, we're roughly in the $600 right now range. Do a calculator real quick. 30, 50, 600. Oh, roughly we need, I don't know, 2,400 and some dollars left just to accumulate up to $3,050. Isn't doing math easy? I love doing math. Math, not meth. There we go. I'm so glad dude, I'm not gonna lie, this chair that I'm sitting on is so comfy, but the arms are kind of rough. But I'm not gonna complain because my last chair was a gaming chair and it was so uncomfortable to sit on. And I'm thankful to have a chair that's actually comfy as hell. And it's one of these office chairs that you would sit at, like, you know, like at a library at school. It's one of those office chairs and it's really comfy as hell. Plus I already have like cushion
That took
on this chair.
Good job.
Like from, you know, this is just an extra cushion on top of the chair I have, which just adds more layering for my buttocks, just to feel a little more comfy than the average cushion it's already providing. Just more layers. Don't care. Cushions have layers. Cushions have layers. It's a terrible Mike Myers Shrek impression. I think I'm really happy about this scene is because it has the regular time at the very bottom of the corner there. There we go. Should give me 90? No, still at 80? Okay. Wasn't too sure there, good sir. Ah. The Crimmy engine was trying to reboot. Trying to think of other things to talk about during this time.
Nice job, partner.
Man, what? I want more games. That is true. That is something I want. It is October, so happy spooky season for everyone. That is all things that are October-ish. So if you're playing a October game, right on. Righteous, bro. Be like Resident Evil. Be like, I don't know, Outlast. That's a good classic to play. I didn't beat all of Outlast, but I remember playing it. I know Amnesia is a series or a franchise. I never played Amnesia, but I've heard good things about it. Trying to think of other horror games here. I know I'm playing Dying Light, Dying Light the Beast. That's a new entry for me. I've played a little bit of the first Dying Light, but, like I said in the episodes that I've done for that series, there's only 2 episodes so far. I've only played the campaign co-op version of it, but other people gave me way overpowered weapons, and I did not like that, and thus I didn't want to continue Dying Light. So that was a huge reason as to why I stopped playing the first Dying Light game. Never played the second one. So Dying Light the Beast is actually just a new entry point in of actually playing the Dying Light games, and so it brings back Kyle Crane, and which the voice actor Roger Craig Smith is part of. He voices him, and you can't go wrong with Roger Craig Smith, because hell, he's the voice of Batman from the Batman Arkham games. He also voices Sonic. Like, what more do you want? Like, come on, man. I like him. I know he voices one of the characters in Apex Legends or something, but I never cared to play Apex because that's just another co-op game, multiplayer. I'm not to dissect any multiplayer games or anything like that. I think multiplayer games are fun. I just miss the couch co-op experience where you get to play with your friends, couch wise, like right next to your buddy, instead of actually doing it online. Because that was the thing that I've always stuck with. I was always stuck with, and I really just liked and enjoyed about that factor, rather than just playing games online. Don't get me wrong there. I like playing games online. It just depends on what it is. It all just boils down to personal preference. I remember doing Injustice on the PlayStation 3 at one point. I remember playing most of the Call of Duty games on the Nintendo Wii online. Never played Call of Duty games on the PlayStation 3. I've experienced almost every single Call of Duty game on the Nintendo Wii. I've experienced only a few handfuls of Call of Duty games on the Xbox 360 because it was back in 2016 and my graduation was my very first Xbox 360. And within the same week, or in the next week or two, Xbox was actually announcing the Xbox One S, and therefore, it was kind of pointless. Because that's what my friend told me. I'm like, because I wasn't so well versed in the Xbox side of things, but it was nice to have an Xbox 360, experience the online functionality of it. I mean, not to say that I never had any online functionality before with online games, which that would be a lie. I've had experience, it was like PlayStation 2 games, SOCOM, that was online. I experienced that. That was fun as fuck. Never tried the Final Fantasy stuff. I never got into the Final Fantasy, so I have no knowledge of Final Fantasy. Except if you count Kingdom Hearts. Oh, I'm not gonna make this.
I don't think I could have done that well.
I earned some money, but I wasn't paying too much attention there. But yeah, I have no knowledge of anything of Final Fantasy. Because I didn't grow up with it. I never played it. But I know of it. I have all the Final Fantasy games on PS2. I just have to experience them. But Final Fantasy, from what I've been told, and from what the gameplay I've seen on the interwebs of the internet, it is a long game. Isn't it like a JRPG? Or is it just RPG? It's one of those... It's either of those two terms. Because I know Persona... I don't even know. Like, is Persona, like, longer than Final Fantasy? Or is Final Fantasy longer than Persona? That is something I may have to ask somebody. Because, honestly, I don't know. Or I could just ask Google. Be like... Just ask that similar question, but say, hey, Google. I'm surprised my phone did not pick that up. How? It's like right there in the middle. I don't understand. Tell me.
That took a steady hand.
Good job, partner. You done good, partner. You done. Sorry. It's just like, what are you? Can you just stop being annoying? And you're right. I probably should stop. Resilience is 100, stealth is 100. My attributes are crazy. It's because I chose the old man. Because I saw the other... I remember when I first started Cabela's, I looked at all the other people that you could select in the game, and I was like, I don't want to be inexperienced. I don't want to be this. I don't want to be that. And then when I saw the old man and he had so much, and his attributes were crazy, I'm like, I'm choosing that. And so I'm like, might as well get this game over with. But here we are, still playing this forsaken game. That's costed me over a year of not getting done because of neglect, and I choose not to get this game done. So it's like, it's not even... You'd think it would just... No, oh my gosh. Dude, my throat, bro. Come on. Let's just go down here. Let's talk. I guess... See, this is what happens when I don't even talk excessively. I'm such a quiet person. And I don't understand I don't understand this. Oh. It's just so dry. Is it because it's October? There goes all the water. Alright, after this, I'm getting more water, because holy crap. What happened to that? I don't know what happened there. I really don't know. Maybe it's my voice. Maybe it's evolving to go way further down, because naturally my voice is like high. And so maybe that's the reason why it's dying when I excessively talk.
Hey, what's your secret?
What did you do? I did nothing. Why did I do that?
Alright, I'm back. How to get my my larger Aquafina from my own room, because I brought down just a regular bottle of water, but this one's like much larger than that, so it fills more water. It fills? No, it holds more water. I don't know what's going on with my voice today. I have not talked whatsoever, so maybe it's just trying to clear with whatever it's in my throat or something. I don't know. Maybe just a bunch of clear throats is what I need. It's like, to like get it out or whatever it is. Whatever. I'm not trying to do that in the front of the mic because I know that's loud. So every time I do that, I'm going to try to mute the mic so you don't have to hear that. But here we are, doing the Cabels. Shooting deer till we die. Till the game gets done, because it needs to be done ASAP. So if anyone does come through, that's what we be doing. 60? Come on, man. Why 60? Should be more than 60. See, that's what I want. I want more than 60. 90, there we go. Will we ever see 100 points? Like, come on. I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible to hit 100 points. And just draws the bow really quickly and then shoot. That was some score you got,
That was
Christopher.
some score you got.
It's almost 4. 4 o'clock, my dudes. Been doing 2 hours of this work. 2 hours of this nonsense. This nonsense has gotta stop. Oh, I might have to look up that quote. I love that. I love that bit that he says. I might actually find it now. I don't think anyone's going to attend to this stream anyways, and it doesn't matter. It's just offline grinding. It's not an actual episode. I think that's what's nice about this. I can do really whatever I want in this. And still find what I'm looking for. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Wherever it is. Oh, you know what? I think I might know where it is. It's not in his Twitch. It's probably on his YouTube. Might be able to find it there. Here it is.
I think more credit scenes should have all the characters dancing. Oh, she's saying, bring it, bring it, bring it on. You saying it for this? This nonsense has got to stop. She did something to my face with her lips before she left. Well, it awakened something in me. And ever since you've been gone, Kaya, after that moment, what'd you call it? A kiss, you say? Well, the natives have just been doing it to each other all day.
For anyone that doesn't know the context to that, it's he played Kaya Dark Lineage. Just the ending was so funny. Oh man. I think that's funny. I think that's great. Okay. Enough of that. Let's play some games. Those what? Accessible. Oh. I was like, what's Twitch telling me here? What are you telling me, man? I did something with her lips before she... Still funny. It's still funny to me. Said enough of this. This nonsense has got to stop. Don't know why, but I just find it so funny to me. Ruh-roh, Raggy, what's that? I noticed something. If I don't make it, I don't make it. Skill? Oh, I still made it.
Winning a
Okay.
contest like that
I was like,
took some skill.
come with me, and you'll be in a world of dear imagination, where you'll shoot your bow into obscure imagination. Mm. Okay. Sorry, I was paying attention to my computer for a second. I don't know why, but in the back of my head had a thought, and that thought said, would there be a challenge of how long you could have your hand, like your whole hand in your mouth, as a Guinness World Record? I don't know why. I don't know why that came in my came. What? Crim stream. It's a crim. It's a stream. It's a crim stream. It is 2 hours late. 2 hours late? What do you mean? Or are you saying you're 2 hours late? Which you're never late. You're just on cue. Man popped out of nowhere. Hey, it's a thing. Sometimes I'm here, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I vanish. You'll never see me. In the next 3 weeks from now. Well, how you doing, man? How's the home, the groan, the tone, the 6,000 tone tractor 650? It's about to knock your socks out. How you living, man?
That was some
I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. I'm here. I'm vibing, chilling, and dying on the game Cabela's Dear Fuck 2005. Did you just remember seeing this shit in stores? This is not fun. It is not. It's actually a godsend of hell. That's what it is. It's basically because the economy is shit. Like you can't even like have fun while playing this game. The economy, it takes $10. I'm sorry. Let me reiterate this. So every time you do a contest, it removes. I'm sorry. You have to put $10 in to do a contest. you win $30, but you lose $10 every time you re-enter a contest. There we go. And so it's like, what is this? And there's no reward system. Like, even if you go over the criteria it asks you to do for like a certain limit, say this contest is, you know, if you pass 600 points, like maybe you might get more. No, you just fucking don't. And that's what happens is you do this game because you want to torture yourself, and that's what's happening. I'm torturing myself. But only because it's been a randomized game, and this game needs to get done, and I want this game to be done. It needs to be done. It has to be, because I'm sick and tired of doing this game. It's probably going to be the lowest of the low when I do the review for this game. Futurama Hit and Run trailer? No, I did not.
That took a
About
steady
20
hand.
years late for
Good
that.
job.
There's a Futurama Hit and Run trailer. Interesting. I never knew. But that's interesting. Yeah, but they missed that bandwagon 20 years ago. I know the first Futurama, like the Futurama PlayStation 2 game, that one's fairly expensive. So I would assume that would be the sequel to that one. But if only they did shit. Sorry, I got distracted. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if only they did like a Simpsons hit and run game. Like a reboot or a remake for that one. I think that would be nice. It just came out yesterday? Oh shit. I had no idea about that. Oh, the trailer? Okay. I'll have to check it out. I'll have to check out this weird looking game. Futurama Hit and Run. And that's what it's called? Yeah, this is this game looks ass. Well, it probably doesn't help because it is in the lowest resolution. Because of it's 480p. Like if I got it, like if I had a component converter, I think it would look, I would say, for clarity, a little better. But with it running through composite, it's not gonna look good. But that's all I can work with
Nice
on
job, partner.
with resolution wise. But it should be outputting at a decent quality, because I think it should be, at least for the stream, 1080p, 60 frames per second. Right. Right, yeah, the game in general looks god awful. You feel okay? Yeah, I just it's man, I don't know. I just so maybe it fits. I mean, I think it's only fair to have the good, bad, and ugly games. And this is for sure an ugly game to look at. Because it mixes all the different colors and hues. Like, nothing about this game stands out unique. It's all bad. Like, it's all bad. Even when it comes down to aiming or even just visibility, that's the part where it's very hard to hunt in this game. So it really, am I just shooting for no points? I literally just got to the thing, just started shooting and not even just focus on the target. If you want to talk about a bad game, though, there's a lot more bad games than this one that I'm playing. There's a Prism, the Dark Chapter or something. There's a flipping unicorn. That one's really atrocious. Trying to think of another one right now off the top of my head, because there's that one. And there was another one that my brain's just like, I know what it looks like, but I can't remember the title. Yeah, cash grabs. Cash grabs. Get your cash grabs here. Yeah, because this was the same year when Gretzky came out too. That's one of the games that we're going to revisit, but not actually continue that series. That's going to be in episode 120 something. Restart, because goddamn. If only, like, because I understand the PlayStation 2 has so many games on the library, it would make sense if there was some cash grabs, just like with what you're saying, just like this one. Like, it's shit, it's pretty bad, and I would understand why they wanted just to get more games out for the sake of more money. It's understandable. Especially in the year 2005, too. Now listen here, don't hate on every movie title game, but I think some movie title games are pretty fun. I will admit to this. If you haven't played King Kong, the official game of the movie, good sir, then you're missing out. Or Spider-Man, yeah. Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3... And then they made those stupid, god-awful cash grab movie tie-ins with Spider-Man Friend or Foe. I don't own that one, but I know it's pretty bad. That one's actually god-awful, which I want to get now. Just to experience what that's going to be like. Okay. That game was hard. How was King Kong hard? How just me saying that out loud sounded wrong. Let me rephrase this. How was King Kong difficult? There we go. I feel like that makes a little bit more sense. You sure kept your cool back there.
You sure kept your cool.
I'm your father, and you better... I'm gonna tell you what you should do in this damn hunting game. Put down that bow, or else I'll call the police. But Dad, I'm just trying to make up to $3,050 some so I can hunt in these different regions of this damn game. And we're back at it. All we're trying to do in this stream, homie, is trying to get up to $3,000. And it's just excruciating stupid because it takes forever to grind in this damn game. It takes forever. It never ends. This is why I don't like this game. I'm probably going to give it a 1 out of 10. Because it's this bad. I don't think I can give it a 2. I really don't think I can. Well, maybe I might give it a 2. Because there's been some moments where there were some hilarious moments that are like, why is this a thing? Because the game is broken in itself. And I've experienced some things that were like, well, that shouldn't be like that. And so I think the glitches kind of make it fun, make it worthwhile for this game because it is broken. And I know you're not supposed to play it in that intended way, but I think that's where this game kind of shines, is because it is broken. You can really abuse it. So I think that's one of the factors I can add. And I may actually give it leeway for this review. Probably a 2.3 out of 10. I'm sorry, 2.3 out of 5. I think I've been ranking everything from something to 10. I think I should probably just mark it down to something, you know, e.g. example, this number out of 5. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But for another movie tie-in game, homie, if you're still here, is Superman Returns. Don't play that game. It's bad. It's god awful, dude. That was the I want to say one of the second randomized games I played on the channel. And it was increasingly stupid and difficult. And the controls were whacked. The controls were bad. So I'll give you credit there. There's quite a bit of movie titles on the PlayStation 2 that are absolutely rough and are just bad or even ugly. I thought I originally had the Twitch chat on when I first started streaming. But it wasn't on. I had to go back to my desktop just to even toggle the what was it? Yeah, the chat bar within the stream. My recent there's been bullseye. I was trying to say something.
Bullseye.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. I've been recently getting back into the show Lost, the 2004 television show, and it's still clunky in some areas for that show, but the first season through the third season is so good. Like, that's all you really need to watch with Lost. It's just, once you go into Lost, you're kind of lost. Just as a simple sentence, just to give it as that. But yeah, if anyone ever does start watching the show Lost again, get into season 1. If you like season 1, you can just stop it at that. But if you want to watch more, I recommend get through 2, and then you can stop somewhere at season 3, because because season 3 is like almost like a balance board. Sometimes you may like some episodes, and some episodes are just filler just to get through the third season so it can lead off to its overall ending. But there's a total of 6 seasons in the show Lost, but the other seasons I don't care for. And plus they lead up to this whole magical part, supernatural science fiction side of it, which I kind of liked a little bit, but then I just was like, I don't know. And I think some episodes don't really explain don't explain a whole lot of what's going on per episode, and so you just kind of have to like figure it out as you go. So it's one of those shows, but it's at the same time I like that, where it keeps you guessing, it keeps you questioning what's gonna happen next. And it's been over what, maybe 20 years since that show aired. So if you like mystery, if you like Survivor, and if you like Castaway, you just may like the show Lost. ABC's Lost. I know ABC did another TV show that kind of follows the similar traits to Lost, not in a bad way, but it leaned more towards a more Disney half Brothers Grimm version, which was ABC's Once Upon a Time. And let me tell you, Once Upon a Time is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. I love that show.
Nice job, partner.
I can probably tell you, well, I may not be able to tell you everything about the show because it's been a while since I've seen a good majority of it. I remember when I got through everything of the show, I was still like new to it, and this was 2014, and there was already 3 seasons, maybe 4, of Once Upon a Time, and I got through all those seasons, and I was like, oh my god, this is so good, I love this show, because it was still airing, and I don't think I caught any episodes that were actual air lived episodes, because I didn't have cable at the time, and all I could really rely was on streaming services, which was Amazon Prime, and Amazon Prime had season 4, season 5, at any time they would remotely put out a new episode. Because I remember I went back and forth between Netflix and Amazon just to remotely watch the new current episode that was happening within the Once Upon a Time air dates. And I was so addicted to it, like alcohol. And I couldn't get enough of Once Upon a Time. And by the time it reached to the end of that lifeline of Once Upon a Time, it was like season 6, I think, or was it season 7? No, Once Upon a Time has 7 seasons. Yeah, and the 7th season didn't come out on DVD. I was so upset with that because it was still brand new, and I was like, I want to watch it now. And I saw the release for it on Amazon Prime, and I pre-ordered that shit, and I was like, I'm gonna watch it, and I was so excited for it. I had so much high expectations that I actually didn't like season 7. I was quite disappointed with it, and by the time I watched every single episode within season 7 of Once Upon a Time, and it, gradually got to the finale, I was like, what is this? That was my response with everything that I've seen in season 7. I'm like, really? Is this how they're gonna end it? And then I self-reflected, and I remembered season 5 and season 6 finales, and I'm like, man, I think I really enjoyed season 5 finale, because I think that was probably the best ending. And I thought to myself, wouldn't that be cool if it was just a what-if scenario and season 5, finale was it, and that was it? Because I think season finale, because I think season 5 finale was, it just talked about hell, right? And Hades, or was that season 6? I don't think that was season, I think that was season 5.
That was some score you got.
And then I watched Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, and that show was bad. Like, it was a bad spin-off show. But the only good thing about that show was Jafar's storyline and that character. Like, if you watch, like, if you go in and you start watching Once Upon a Time in Wonderland for the first time, completely ignore every other character except for Jafar. And I think you might just enjoy that show. Because I watched it, and when I saw Jafar and his motives and his character, it's like they put in so much effort and more characterization and more details, more everything of him, other than every other character that was implemented in that show. That's how I, like, viewed it and how I enjoyed that show. So if you want to watch Once Upon a Time in Wonderland and wanting to know what it's all about, don't care about, I suggest to you to not care about anything else except for Jafar, and he comes in a little bit later. If you don't want to watch like the first episode, which the pacing is overall bad in most of the episodes of that show. But but yeah, that's probably where I'm going to end it. With that rant. What other shows did I like? Dexter. Dexter was a good show. Was the best show that I've watched. Dexter was something else, man. It's a completely different beast from other shows that I've watched. It gets gritty. Gets a little bit nitty. And I enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed him and Michael C. Hall. Dude, such an amazing actor. I can't remember the actress's name that played Deb, but Deb was, oh my god, she ate up every good scene. And then I cried during. I might spoil a little bit for anyone that hasn't watched Dexter, but it's an old show, so please don't harm me on that if I'm going to spoil something. But I cried during Rita's death, dude. Rita was so nice. She was so nice to Dexter, and Dexter did everything that he could to be so respectful to her, and he got along with her kids just fine. And he even had his own kid with Rita, even though she had 2 kids of her own anyway. Like, that's commitment, man. And then there was some other, like, side girl that Dexter also fallen in love with as well. But he, like, gave his own son away, which is Harrison, to that other girl. I can't remember her name. I was just like, what is this, man? Like, Rita was so good, and then you bring this bitch in. Like, I was just like, why? Like, I think she was okay for what it was for the story, but not typically one of my favorite characters. And then Quinn was... Quinn is an officer in the show. He was alright. I really wish he would have, like, had more balls. Kind of like with Deb. But, like, maybe if Deb somehow had, like, some sort of relationship with him. That's what I was hoping for at one point. Like, if he just grew a pair of balls and actually just figured out what he wanted and go after it, but he just never did. There was a scene with Miguel. I think that was like this guy that he that Dexter was with. And then Dexter was toying with the idea of actually having friends, and he was friends with this rich guy named Miguel, and he liked playing golf, and they hung out with each other. This was like a little later season, maybe like season 5, season 6-ish, if I remember correctly. Or it could have been season 4. No, season 4 was the Trinity Killer, I think. Which, oh my god. The Trinity Killer is probably the best character of everything of Dexter. And I think he played as John Lithgow. I can't remember how to pronounce his last name. But he's the same guy that voices Lord Farquaad in Shrek. Linlithgow? Maybe that's how you say it. I don't remember. But it's interesting to say the least. Meow 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 meow. A lot of pulp. Just saying word nonsense. A lot of pop culture I'm referencing in this stream. Like we talked about Harry Potter, talking about Dexter, a little bit about Dexter. We got some Once Upon a Time references in here. Lost. A lot of great shows with uncertain amount of dexterity and or at least integrity with most of these shows that come out that are like it's good, sometimes bad. Never watched Lost. 40 seasons. There's no 40 seasons of Lost, good sir. There's no, you're wrong. Because I know I've seen all of Lost. There's only 6 seasons. Psych, yeah. I somewhat remember Psych. I remember seeing some episodes that were actually live when that was still a thing.
That was some score.
Monk, I didn't get into Monk. I know it was a thing. I remember seeing the advertisements of it being like commercialized and getting ready to watch the next big thing. What was it's what the hell was that show that my ex-roommate had, like all these Doctor Who. He got into Doctor Who. He really liked that. I watched a little bit of Doctor Who, not a whole lot though. Wasn't a big fan. House. Dude, oh my god. I got into... Hold on, I got sneeze. Okay, I'm done sneezing. I got into maybe 2 seasons of House, and I forgot to pick it back up. I still have the DVD box sets. I just need to watch them again. I think I still have to rewatch some House because I missed out on because I have 2 more other DVD box sets I still need to go through. Yeah, it was way better back then, for sure. You might be able to critique me, and you might say that I'm wrong, and that's okay. But I've never seen Game of Thrones. I know they overhyped it so much. I just never really cared for it. I think I remember watching bits and pieces of it, like of YouTube shorts about Game of Thrones, and some that were like cool, some were like, oh, cool, jaw dropping or whatever. But I'm like, okay, so and you know, but I just never got into Game of Thrones. I know a lot of people enjoy The Walking Dead. I, however, just never grew fond of The Walking Dead. Like, don't get me wrong here. I love zombies. I think zombie storytelling is actually fun, and also an interesting one. But if it's not told great, then it's just like, then why am I going to waste my time on this? But I'm not saying that for The Walking Dead. I'm just saying that as in general. But for The Walking Dead, it just never grew my interest into that. I know there's some Traveler Tales, the Telltale games of The Walking Dead that people can play and enjoy them, but I don't think I've ever experienced any of those games, or maybe I have and I just don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember.
Or just don't know. Good, sir.
I gotta think of what other shows that I watched, because I know I watched the Breaking Bad. Like, you can't go wrong with Breaking Bad. Jesse, we need a cook, Jesse. Yo, Mr. White. We need a cook, Mr. White. Yeah, bitch. Science. My best Jesse Pinkman impression. Yeah, bitch. Science. Yo, Mr. White. We gotta cook, man. That took a steady hand. Good job.
Steady hand. Good job.
La la la. What was that stupid? I don't know why, but there's always that one thing that plays in my head sometimes. It's that Bananarama thing from Hanna-Barbera that would play like in the mid 2000s. It was like the la 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 la. It's that theme. I don't know if anyone actually remembers that, but sometimes I don't know why, but I just somehow remember that. Somehow. I guess I just live in the 2000s era in the back of my head, because those were the good days, man. That's when the internet was coming alive. And you were still able to go outside and do whatever you wanted. And then your mom would be worried sick as to where the hell you were, and then you just come back inside and be like, I'm hungry, mama, feed me. We're just playing with sticks outside. It'd be like 9 o'clock and you finally come home. The good old days. What's your secret, Christopher?
Hey, what's your secret?
Christopher Robin. I never do my impressions on stream as much anymore. I used to do so many voice impressions. I think just like because I stopped streaming for a year, you know, and I think that's why I don't really express all of my voice impressions on stream as much. There's sometimes I do, sometimes I just don't. Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Similar with me with Bates Motel. I don't know if you remember that one. That was more of a niche show because of how I want to say almost like a cult-like following with that one, because he was more of a something to deal with vampires and whatnot, if I remember correctly, but not to that extent. But if you want to deal with more vampires for like a different show, not Bates Motel, but I think there was like Vampire Diaries at one point that came out. That was like 2010s, maybe earlier than that. I don't remember what year, but that was a thing. I remember watching the first season of that, and it felt like I was watching Twilight again. And so I'm just like, yeah, no, not worth it. But if you like protagonists that are female, that have a good role of a TV show, my best two suggestions are Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Veronica Mars. Those are the two best shows that has a really great female lead. Or Once Upon a Time. Once Upon a Time also has a great female lead as that, but it jumps around on many different characters though. I did enjoy American Horror Story. I want to say like the first two seasons. Yeah, the first two seasons of American Horror Story was good. And then I couldn't get into the third season because it involved with witches. I think it involved like the Salem witch trials, or at least in that same period or same era. I just couldn't get into it. Sons of Anarchy, my dad did enjoy a lot, and so I watched it with him. And so Sons of Anarchy is probably one of those unique shows you don't actually see a lot. Especially nowadays for TV shows. I couldn't tell you too much about it because that show is pretty old. Still in the 2000s though. I'm not saying old like 90s or 80s. But still falls in the 2000s TV shows lineup. Oh, homie. If you're still here, I just watched rewatched the show, I was going to say show, the movie called Spawn. I don't know if you know too much about Spawn from the DC comics, but it's one hell of a trip. One hell of a juicy trip. Because it shows so much special effects and practical effects. It's so good too. It's so campy, but it was really good. I keep getting 60s. What the fuck? Maybe I need to go lower. Okay, yeah. Yeah, but the movie Spawn was pretty good. I say was. It is a good movie. It's a good cult classic. No, you're not. You're definitely not gonna call me Bullseye. Because if you do, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna come after you and give you a big old warm hug. I'm still waiting for you to come back, Dad. When are you done coming back? Stop going after the milk. You said you'd come back after getting milk. But now you said you gotta go back to get cigarettes. Come on, man. 2 hours. It's not bad. Wait. We've reached 1,000 already. Ugh. Just takes forever to get these credits, man. How long have we been going at it for? Almost 3 hours. Well, I'll give it... It's 2 hours and 49 minutes right now. I'll give another 15 minutes at this, and then I'm gonna be done. Yeah, I'll do 15 more minutes. I don't play too much PS5 games as much. Like it's funny because I'm playing on the original PlayStation 2 hardware, but I have a PlayStation 5 in front of me. It's like, well, why don't... I mean, you could technically play backwards compatible games on it, which are like PlayStation 1, PS2, PS3, PS4, any PlayStation you can think of. But then again, you know, there's like these games that you can't play on the PlayStation 5 because it's not on their list to play. So that's one of the joyous ways, wonderful ways of playing games that aren't on the PlayStation 5. Oh, my headset almost left my head. I just tilted my head for a second, and I was like, huh? Oh. I got my original PlayStation next to me. or at least below where my feet are. I'll have to definitely try out a PlayStation game, like an original PlayStation game, and it will definitely be a disc, so it's not going to be digital or anything. So, for anyone in mind wanting to know what games I do, mostly will be physical. Will be physical discs. Because throughout my whole entire history of so far of doing games has been nothing but physical discs, except for a few that are digital, but only a few. The only few digital games that I've played on the channel are Dead Island 2, Jack 3, and Ratchet 3. Everything else, physical disc. Except for Sly Cooper Thieves in Time, because that's the PlayStation Vita, which is like an SD card. I should be more specific. It's a micro SD card. Because I think the Vita had... Because the Vita is... what would you call it? My brain's taking more old school. It's not one of those things where... Yeah, it's just a little bit more modern. It's just an SD card, but more smaller. Just for the Vita. And I think the PSP had a different layout, or I'm sorry. PSP had different ways of inputting that micro SD card into the PlayStation Portable. It was just different back then. I would love to own a PSP and just to enjoy. I want to say, well, I bought a game on the store of the PS Vita, which was Daxter. And so I think I just have to re-download it in the store if I remember correctly, but I need internet. I'm not saying I don't have internet. I do. I just need to reinstate internet on the PS Vita so that way I can re-download the game. Because my PS Vita is broken. It's modded. My PS Vita is modded, so that way I'm able to do other things with it. Yeah.
That was some score you got, good sir.
So
That was some score you got.
should be a grandma.
That was some score you got.
You know what I should do, actually? I might back out. Well, I'm already loading in. Let's get this one over with, and I want to go to my settings real quick in this game so I can save. So that way it doesn't, like, crash on me or anything like that. And then I have to restart all that progress. I really don't want to do that. Because if it crashes on me, which this game has done before... all that progress is lost. I'll get back that time. Because we only live once, man. Gotta spend our times wisely. Especially with the people you love. Other than gaming. Enjoy life. Enjoy what you have. Because... really, anything can happen to you when you live in the world on Earth, on the planet Earth, man. I think that's the one thing that a lot of people take for granted, is that, sure, we only have one life, but there's so much you can do out there in the world. Whether if you want to do that or not is completely up to you. Because everyone has free will. Everyone has a choice. Nice job, partner. You did it all. You word. You word. You word. You are the word. The word of the W-O-R-D, man. You are most indefinitely a word. A piece of word that you can write on a piece of paper. What am I saying? I don't know. The words that are coming out of my mouth just sometimes leap onto pages that seamlessly don't make no sense. We'll probably only get like 5 more minutes. But let's go ahead and save real quick. 10:04. 10:04, Scooby-Doo. Yes, right. Okay, I just shaved. Shaved from last time. Can't believe October is going so fucking fast. Because when I saw the original date, it was 10:04. Because of my profile. And now it's 10:19, so it's just like, my god, okay. Almost 1,200. Well, but we're still in the median of 150. Technically 160 if you want to round up, but you know, I'm cutting it in the middle there with 1,000 and 150. So we'll just need to make more progress next time on the grinding session of Cabela's Deer Hunt 2005 season. So, and these guns are locked. You can buy a pistol. I don't think buying firearms or accessories really matters. I'm not gonna buy the decoys because why would I? There's so many decoys. Ground blind, forest blind. How much is this rangefinder? Like, this is what we were struggling with in the last episode. And so it's in the store, but how much is it? Because it's not telling me. 300 credits. There goes my progress. Fuck. You will never get lost with this global positioning system, which provides latitude and longitude readings and allows you to place markers for tracing your route. I just need a rangefinder. since we got the rangefinder, we can actually do that other mission. I didn't know I had to buy it, but I bought it. I made some progress, but I lost $1,000, or I didn't lose $1,000. I just lost 300 some bucks by just buying the rangefinder. And I feel like we're still back at square one because oh well. I'm still not pleased with this. Of reaching... Well, we could buy one region, but we still need to get more money. Because if I'm looking at this correctly... Just want to back the fuck out. Thank you. Get ready, and then you go to hunt, and you go to location. Then you choose Florida. Right? And this would be... Which I'm not gonna buy. Because if I did that, that makes progress. And that's progress for another time. That's 600, if I remember correctly, for summer. And so I don't... Yeah, okay. In the back of my head, I'm like, I want to at least reach 1,000. Because originally we were at $200. And I bought the rangefinder in the store. I didn't know it was in the store. I thought that's what we had originally. But since I bought it, that will help us with the other mission that we'll need to continue once there's another episode for this game. Just to even complete this entire game. And so... If I look at the missions right, it was mission 9? 150 yards. Too much for you? I wonder how many missions mission 10 is completed. Take this opportunity to hunt 2 bucks with a shotgun. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just looking at the missions that involve 100 years. Yeah, okay, so mission 12 has one as well. Oh, I didn't read all of it. What was it? What did it say again? A great hunter like you should be able to do this. Get 1 doe from more than 100 yards. One less than 30 yards? You'll get a great reward if you get a buck from a tree stand with your bow. Don't miss. You'll get a great reward if you get a buck from a tree stand with your bow. I think I already have a tree stand. Take the old doe in the area, scoring more than 200. What does that mean? Take the old doe in the area, scoring more than 200. I guess more than... I don't know. Time is ticking. Take 3 deer within 2 hours. That one's a duration one? Take 3 deer within 2 hours. Can you handle a handgun well enough to take 1 buck and 1 doe? A handgun with 1 buck and 1 doe. Anything from 16 to 18 is locked. You're good, but can you take 1 doe scoring at least 85 and 1 buck from at least 200 yards? Ultimate challenge. Take 1 buck within 20 yards, 1 doe from a blind, and 1 buck scoring at least 300, all within 4 hours. Jesus Christ. It's just... the criteria that they're asking you to do is just... I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna do all these missions. Like, if I can do all the regions and complete that, and then if we don't end up getting all the missions complete, I would call that an absolute win for this game, and then just get it over with so we don't have to come back to this game. I think that would be the most definitive answer for me. Just to get this game done. Like it's a long overdue. So I think completing all the regions will be a nice progression stat of me saying I got all of the regions done. Thank God. We don't have to do any more of the regions. And then we can go on to the missions. We can at least try them all out, see if we can do them. And if we can't get all the missions completed, I call that an absolute win. I think that's the end game. I just came up with the end game just now of what will eventually happen for this game. And it's completion. Even if it's not going to be a full 100%. So, yeah, the ultimate goal, complete everything with all regions. Try almost every single mission I can. And if it's not completed, that's okay. And we can just call it from there. And that is my overall endgame for Cabela's Deer Hunt 2005 season. And if you like this grind session, please like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe I might do more of Cabela's. Okay. That wraps it up for me. For this... Don't do this. You son of a bitch. I did it. So I was like, no, don't do it right now, please. Let's go over to homie, because he's alive. Alright, we're gonna raid this beautiful soul. Thank you so much, and goodbye.